manufacturer is relentless in their quest to convert the car park into a sports utility playpen. As a petrolhead, I always really hoped that the performance arena, well, would remain sacred ground. That hasn't happened at all now, has it? Now BMW bring all the heritage, the performance and the driving dynamics associated with a thoroughbred M car to the mid-size SUV segment with the X3M and the X4M. Go on, pick one.
Now, the first thing you'll probably notice is the much larger air intakes on these M derivatives over the standard models, and that's not just cosmetic. Of course it adds to the aggressive front-end styling, but it is vital for cooling of the engine, transmission as well as the brakes. The double bars on the kidney grille are blacked out, with the competition derivative adding high gloss black detailing for the surrounds, which is also followed through to the special M side mirrors, the M gills, and on the rear spoiler of the X4M. There are M aero elements at the front, side and rear, but most noticeable, the M specific diffuser housing the two pairs of twin pipes that make up the M Sport exhaust system. Other than that, it is just the body style that differs. The X4M with the more dramatically sloped roofline to ensure its coupe-like silhouette, while the more traditional X3M with its M roof spoiler extends the design lines of this car.
So they may look slightly different and target a different personality type, but under the skin these cars are identical, and this is where the M magic happens. So under the hood, BMW dropped in the all-new 3-litre 6-cylinder engine. That twin power turbo is pretty special. This is a cracker.
We had to change a lot. We had to design a complete new engine, complete new crank drive, crankshaft, pistons. 90% of the engine parts are new parts.
So it is a significant bump up in performance over the S55, and with BMW South Africa opting to only bring in the competition derivative, you are getting 375 kilowatts and 600 Newton meters, which will get you to 100 kilometers an hour in just 4.1 seconds. Can I tell you what I really love? It's just the linear power delivery from this new engine. You know, they do sit with their twin power, so it's got two turbos that work independently, but what is quite cool, they say it works in parallel. So you've got one turbo looking after cylinder 1, 3 and 5 and the other one 2, 4 and 6, and that really ensures that the power delivery is just so crisp, so sweet and relentless. I mean, this car, the shove doesn't stop. The 8-speed M-Septronic transmission is tried and tested, and it's a winner. And like with all M cars, you can select shift characteristics and speed from 3 different modes, depending of course on your driving style. Put it into manual mode and it takes on a sequential feel. So what I like about that is if I forget to change, it's going to sit on the limiter. But more importantly, it allows me to really maximize engine braking by allowing me to downshift into the lowest possible gear, and it's smooth as well and really, really quick. You can see us here as I go down through the box. It's amazing. Getting it to do what an SUV was designed to do, provide practicality, versatility, in comfort from a command driving position, well, that's the easy part, and it starts with how you feel in the cabin. The sporty exterior has been pulled through to the interior with electronically adjustable M Sport seats in merino leather, either as an all-black setup or in bi-color, and of course the M logo proudly embossed. The M-specific instrument cluster with the red needles and white illumination looks great, with the most important information displayed digitally in the center. There is also a 5.7-inch color screen where you can display the selected chassis mode and powertrain settings. There is also the 10.25-inch touchscreen that is linked to their connected drive system, which you can access via the iDrive controller as well as the buttons on the wheel. The suspension setup sees a double joint spring strut front axle and a 5-link rear axle, and you can obviously have the M-specific adaptive suspension
with the electronically controlled dampers. So what this means in theory is that you should have a really wide range of play between the different suspension settings. But in reality, even if you are in comfort mode, it's not really that comfortable. The underlying M persona is evident in every bump you encounter on the road. But having said that, this is an M car, and if it's ultimate comfort that you want, don't buy an M. The key word here is M specific. And because of the weight and the raised ride height of an SUV, the clever guys in the white coats really did have some work to do.
We have there more camber for more lateral acceleration possibility with the car, and new tension struts, new wheel carriers. We got an own anti-stabilization bar and modifications on the springs, and we invented a totally new developed damping system for the car.
All of those additional struts, the stiffer anti-roll bars, the chassis and engine mountings that have been stiffened up, they really do a fantastic job in keeping this big SUV flat. It's incredible. There's hardly any body roll, and that X-Drive system's been tweaked to optimize the M agility, performance, and the driving dynamics that you expect from an M car, and they've really nailed it.
Well, now there's a lot of choice for you as a consumer, not only in the segment, but also in the lineup that BMW is offering. So at the time of the international launch, BMW South Africa were yet to confirm the model lineup. This they have now done. It is competition spec only on both models. But I tell you, these manufacturers are really making a compelling argument for performance SUVs. Think about it. You love performance cars, but your needs have changed. You might want to take on a gravel road, take the kids to school. You want the practicality that an SUV offers, but you don't want to give up that thrill and love of the drive. When I arrived here, I was a little bit skeptical because I'm a lover of M cars, and I just thought, oh, I hope they're not going to sell short that experience. Are they going to be able to deliver something that lives up to the heritage, a pucker M car? Having driven it on track, on road, hell yes.